Welcome to the Baylor Collective. Today we'll be discussing how the AVID program has impacted us and why we would recommend it to incoming students. My name is Veneer Costa.
I'm Olivia Dam.
I'm Marissa Benavides.
I'm Giovanni Barajas.
So how long have you guys been in AVID?
I've been in AVID, this is my second year, so I joined last year.
Oh, me too.
My third year.
Third?
I joined in sophomore year.
Nice.
I did 2 years in middle school and this is my 4th year in high school, so 6 years.
Oh.
What school did you go to that you could do AVID?
Mace.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my middle school didn't have an AVID program.
Yeah, we didn't have any sort of college prep.
See?
Sacred Heart. Yeah.
Maze.
So why did you guys join the AVID program initially?
I joined because I wanted help applying for college because both of my parents went to college, but neither of them graduated, and they were both community colleges, and they want me to go to a 4-year. So, and that was my parents, no offense, but they're older, so like the program has changed, or not the program, but like applying for college has changed, and so
Yeah.
and I'm the oldest child, so I just wanted more support.
You guys?
I feel like, well, in middle school when I joined, I didn't really know what it was. So I was kind of just trying to help myself get more organized. Like, you know how I didn't really have like a schedule for things. I just did whenever I felt like. And also college readiness was also a big one.
Yeah. I applied just because my parents went to some college, but they never graduated. And I knew that if I didn't join a program that was going to help me actively get ready for college, I was going to forget and I would put it on the back burner. So it's really helped me, especially with applying to colleges. Like I feel like comfortable going to Miss Hernandez and like asking her questions about this. Like, oh, I don't know where to go to apply to like Sacramento State.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I don't know how to fill this part of the form out.
Yeah, it's hard to find information and help sometimes if you like are just looking it up. Like doing your own research can be hard, so.
Yeah, plus the internet can't really be that reliable.
Yeah.
Even when I would ask like my parents something, they would say something, and then Ms. Hernandez would say something else. So I would probably trust Ms. Hernandez more because she's literally in the AVID program.
Yeah, like let's be honest.
Yeah, she's like the instructor.
Yeah. For
Wait,
me.
do I have to say
Oh yeah. Sorry. My bad.
We can go. Shut up. No, it's okay.
It's I can cut that out.
I joined because my mom's a teacher and she's the only one that graduated, but my dad didn't. So then my family's like a line of all teachers. So I was like, okay, so that means I need help getting into college, and I want to be a nurse. So I knew that was gonna help me get farther. And I think we know a lot more from the AVID program. Like we learn how to be organized, do our homework, get ready for college.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll cut like
Yeah,
the top.
right now we weren't saying anything.
I think that's it. Yeah,
That's it.
basically.
For me, the main thing that AVID has helped me overcome is, well, I kind of procrastinate a lot. So
Yeah.
not only does it help me like actually have a dedicated time to work on college apps and scholarships and ask questions, but it also helps me overcome like if I do finish my work on my college stuff for the day, then I have time to like collaborate with people on other classes assignments, and it's mostly just helped me like have more clarity in what I want as well, like for after high school.
Yeah, the peer study time was really helpful.
Yeah.
Especially because like I'm low-key scared to ask the people and my teachers in my other classes
Yeah.
questions, but I feel like I'm able to get like-minded results
Mm-hmm.
from our classmates.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a lot no, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot easier to go through.
Mm-hmm. The environment's really like everyone is just there to. We all kind of have similar goals, so yeah.
I think a challenge that I overcame was being more confident. Like in the beginning, I was shy. I did not want to talk. AVID, we do a lot of the presentations,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think it helped me talk more.
I agree.
So why would you recommend it to incoming classes, or like if we talk to like the middle schools, why would you recommend it to them?
Like I said before, college readiness is like really like a really big one, because I have like friends or like people that like had no idea where to apply for things or where the deadlines for things was, like for the UC and CSU apps. Like I have people I know that still didn't do it because they just didn't know what to do or where to do it. And then also like our FAFSA IDs, which is like really important for financial aid. Like everybody is gonna apply for that. They didn't know how to do it until the council program came into the classes. Yeah, so like it gives us like an advantage. We're always like a step ahead.
Yeah, you don't have to
So-
like guess on what you're supposed to do. It like walks you through the process, because I feel like if I hadn't joined AVID and if I was still in December right now but I wasn't in AVID, I feel like I would be like guessing on like, okay, I did my college apps, like now what do I do next? And I feel like AVID sets you up and it gives you more support, especially if you're busy with other things. It like carves out a time and it like a dedicated instructional and like guided time for you. It's really helpful for me.
Yeah, especially we can do it right then and there in class.
Yeah.
I think we especially like lucked out with our teacher, because she's just like super set on making sure that we go through like college and we're able to reach our goals. But like what you said with like procrastinating earlier, I probably would be procrastinating that too, just because like I barely just found out about FAFSA.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of kids, especially middle school and incoming freshmen, they don't know a lot about this stuff. And especially if they're coming from like low income households, like they could like get a jump start and get that money to like help pay off tuition and stuff.
Yeah, the teachers are really like, it's such an advantage to be in the program because the teachers are so, you can tell that they really love their job and they're dedicated to us. And it's also a lot to ask for, you know, like 17, 18-year-old kids to like figure out what they want to do, and the financial stress that comes along with it. It's hard to navigate anyways, but without AVID, it would be like, I just couldn't. It would be a lot for you to try to figure out, especially if your parents, which a lot of people's parents are not super knowledgeable on how it works anymore.
Yeah, like I know a lot of the incoming freshmen probably don't have that kind of support at home where they can ask their family about like, I don't know how to do such and such for college applications, or like I don't know where to go. And I think AVID really helps with that. Like I remember junior year, one of our projects was literally research these colleges, but don't just apply because it has your program or because it looks nice. Really like go in depth with your research and figure out why you want to go there. Like, does it come up to your standards? Like, what's the campus life like? How many students apply each year? What's the surrounding area look like?
You're like student faculty ratio. Like I don't think you want to be in a class where one professor for like 600 students.
Yeah, exactly. It just has so much insight that you would not have thought of, and it's kind of on you to figure out what you don't know if you're not in AVID. And so it's kind of really just, it's a shortcut and it's a tool that I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of kids in our program, but I feel like more kids could utilize it.
Yeah.
And they should, but I mean, that's up to them. But I think AVID is so useful.
I remember a couple weeks ago, I was going around to my junior or my sophomore friends and like really trying to advocate for them and try to get them to join AVID, because I know a lot of them probably won't be able to like get this kind of stuff done just because like the workloads over the year for each grade level in their classes has been significantly increasing. And I feel like on top of that, some of them even have jobs. Like I feel like they won't have the time to like get this stuff done.
Yeah, if you don't have time like specifically carved out, then it's really hard to get it done.
I had a like similar experience where one of my friends recruited me to AVID. So I was like, at first I didn't know. I was like, I don't know if I should go. I don't know, because like I knew about college but not that much. So then I was like, it'll help me, and I know I can get homework done and all that. And I think a lot like freshmen, they think it's just like a study hall. So I think once you're in AVID, you see it's like a whole different like view of like, oh, there's colleges. Like I have to apply scholarships.
Yeah, there's definitely like a method if you want to do it right. And also, it's a lot of, I don't know what they're called, but like college reps have come and done presentations on the college that they're representing and that they work for, and I wouldn't have known about it unless Miss Hernandez told me about it. I think like 2 or 3 of the colleges I applied to, I didn't even know they existed. And then she was like, oh, do you want to go to this HST? And I was like, sure. And then it turns out I'm applying for them. So yeah, it's opened a lot of doors in that way too.
She's opened a lot of like the out-of-state
Yeah.
colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she always tells us to like explore our options, not just stay compliant to wherever you might be.
Yeah, what you think you know.
I especially like that when we wrote our introductions, she like actually read them, and then from that point on, she made it an effort to like utilize what she learned about us and move that to what she knows would suit us for like college.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even think about applying to Oregon State until she like mentioned it to me. I was like, oh, you have family there, why not apply there and see that college for like what it is. Like you want to get out of California, you want to go see other places, why don't you apply to Oregon State? And like it's a great college with like with your majors and stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, I don't think it's really hard for me to manage other classes on top of AVID. I think that AVID helps me manage my other classes. Like, if anything, it's not like, oh, I'm adding another thing that I have to worry about. It's like taking away from the stress of my other classes, because it's like the connections that you have, the time to figure things out, the environment. It's just a good, it helps not only with college, but just with your school life in general. So I don't think it's made it harder for me. I think, because, I don't know, maybe freshmen or sophomores or people wanting to go into the program have that mindset. And I think that it's not that way. It's more of, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I think it's like a good resource.
Yeah, it's a
no,
resource.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like even when we get like 10-20 minutes in class to work on something that's like useful.
Yeah.
Also how, like for example, I take like AP classes, so like when I was like in younger years, I would ask like my sister or parents for help, but now I've like went to higher levels to where they don't understand anymore, so I can ask peers as well.
Exactly.
I feel like that also comes in with like the first generation and
Non-first gen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, or who's first gen?
I think
I'm first gen.
I'm first gen.
A lot.
I think I'm qualified as well for first gen.
Yeah. But even if you're not first gen though, it's still hard like to figure it out, because I mean, if your parents did go to college and graduate college, that was like
30
over a
years.
decade
Yeah.
ago. So I mean,
different.
like it's
or
way
even
different.
maybe they went to like community or something, and you're still trying to go to like private or 4 years, something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I remember talking to my parents about the Cal State apply, and they told me that it was $40 when they were applying. And they were like shocked to see it was $70. It's $140 for 2 colleges.
Yeah,
it's
I only
really
applied to
crazy.
2, and it was 140, but
It's a lot.
I got the low income. So
oh, nice.
I got a
A waiver?
waiver, yeah.
Mhm.
A waiver, and I only had to pay like, I got an extra one, so it was $70. But
Mhm.
the rest was all free.
How many
Really?
CSUs did you apply for
CSUs,
under the Cal State?
4,
4.
and then 5 UCs.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even know about the Common App until I joined AVID.
No, I didn't know that
Yeah.
the Common App was a
Yeah,
thing.
like it's been super helpful. Like I didn't even know that a lot of the colleges on there were free. Like that's just been like amazing.
I didn't know you had to pay to apply to college until
Yeah.
like last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Why am I paying you to go over my information?
Yeah. So yeah. I think that if someone wants to go into AVID, they should talk to people in AVID about it, and just see their perspective, because I feel like everyone can have a good testament to AVID. Like I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about the program. Even if, it's just kind of keeping you on track, and it's just a good environment for you, and you already know things about how to apply to college. It's just a good support system to have.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
Like-
what I have to say about my advice for younger students on how to utilize the program.
But like even with all the good stuff there is about AVID, there's still some like hardships, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know one of our friends like dropped out just because they couldn't keep up with like the AP class.
It's true.
Because like you're required to take at least one AP class
I didn't
and
actually
then
know that.
maintain at least a 2.0 GPA to remain in AVID. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I don't think.
Like I knew there was a grade requirement, but I didn't know you had to take an AP
I
class.
think it's just some type of class that can be considered like advanced. Like for example, like anatomy. I know you took anatomy, and that was
Mhm.
considered advanced.
Oh,
Like a class that's considered difficult.
Yeah.
This year, what I did was I hate math, so
me too.
I was like, I'm not gonna take math. So instead I did an AP art, and that counted
Oh.
towards, because I already took all art, and so I'm in AP now, and so then it counts towards it. And I was like,
Nice.
do that.
Yeah.
Definitely, but like, especially if you're like jumping from regular classes, like I applied for AVID when I was in my sophomore year, so I was in all regular classes, so regular English, algebra, etc. So that jump from regular to AP is definitely really hard to work
Yeah.
It's a
through.
different.
But I feel like, I mean, I was in advanced classes, like, starting my freshman year, so I don't really know how it would be to go from non-advanced to AP. It would probably be, I mean, like,
It's definitely
difficult.
a shift.
It's hard, so, but I think that it's worth it, though. I mean,
It
I
is.
would think that it's worth it because it gives you a head start and a advantage over other kids applying for college that are not on the AP track. So.
Yeah, it especially looks really good on your transcript, even if you start late. Even
Yeah.
if you start your AP classes late, it looks great on your transcript to colleges.
Yeah.
I think that's like a good thing. So it could be like a good thing that AVID requires you to take something advanced to like it helps you in your transcript, but also
And gets you ready for college classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regular.
yes,
And the independence that college requires because you're kind of, it's a, you know, you're away from home most likely, or a lot of kids will be.
yeah.
And so figuring out how to manage it and figuring out how to advocate for yourself and ask questions. Yeah.
It's definitely taught me a lot of those skills that I probably wouldn't have learned without it. Like, oh my gosh, the public speaking and stuff, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But the more that we've been doing it, the more easier it has been to like even come up and do this.
Yeah.
It's
I think it helps have a comfortable environment with everyone.
yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone at least knows something about another person in our class or like any
Yeah.
classes. So I think AVID helps us become together, be one, I guess.
Yeah.
Like form those connections
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah. Outside of like a regular,
Class where you're just there to
Course.
learn.
Mhm.
Like I'm friends with a lot of people that I wouldn't
Yeah.
have expected me to be friends with.
exactly. Me too. Is that it? I think we covered a lot.
Dude. Hey guys. You're good.
Yeah.
Um,
I think so.
I think we should add just one more section.
Yeah.
How much time?
Cut.
So what are any like specific tips you would have for like younger students on like how to utilize AVID?
I would say if you do join the AVID program, sometimes it can be hard because I know we talked about how important and how valuable the connections that you make with your peers are, but it can sometimes be distracting and take away from your work. So if you do join AVID, make sure to keep your goal of why you're joining the program in mind and get the full use of it. So don't let yourself be distracted by,
I'd say like try to
Yeah.
find the balance.
There's,
Yeah,
like,
find a
two different
balance.
things.
yeah,
Like utilize every second you can in that class.
exactly.
And your teachers are definitely looking out for you. Like with PIQs and personal statements, utilize that time because when applications or whatever assignment or project you're doing comes around, this class will get you prepared for it. So you don't have to stress about it super late, day of, night before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the PIQs, we wrote it our junior year, so then this year, even though they weren't the best that I wrote my junior year, I already had something to build off of to easily get them done.
Yeah, I think that another thing I would say is not take advantage of, but utilize your teacher's knowledge and all the AVID teachers' knowledge, even if it's not your teacher that teaches your block. Like I've asked Miss Dukes a lot of things because Miss Hernandez has said, oh, she's really familiar with out of state, how that kind of works and their systems. And so utilize the whole program, not just your block or your teacher, even though like all of them are super helpful. That's what I would say.
I feel like you learn something new every day. Like
You truly do.
It's never like, oh, I already knew that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like scholarships, right? Like we knew about those, but we didn't know like, oh, the deadlines.
Yeah.
How many you get, how much money you get.
Yeah, like the Cal grants.
Exactly. I didn't know about the
I didn't know that
confidence.
either. Yeah.
If you think you know everything, you don't. And that's why AVID is really important.
It's better to utilize what you're learning right now instead of being blindsided when you eventually have to do all of this stuff, because you definitely don't know everything.
Yeah.
Like there's always something new or some new process that you won't find out until like the day of.
Or changes that changes that have been made by the people who run the systems, like how FAFSA changed this last year.
I remember she told us about that right away.
Yeah, so that was, like, I would not have known anything about that because, I mean, I'm the first kid to apply in my family, so, yeah.
I think also when we take notes in there, I think it helps us with like our regular classes and just have it itself.
Yeah, the notes are like
And the
crazy.
planner.
That's what we first ever learned, I feel like.
Yeah, the planner's really helpful too.
The planner's helpful,
It
yeah.
helps you
Planners,
stay
yeah.
organized.
Yeah. Setting yourself up for college or whatever you do after high school where you're gonna have to take charge more of your own schedule and it's not all set out for you with, you know, you go to school at this time and then you have practice every day and you know, you're just expected to be there, but in college you have more of autonomy to do what you want. So you have to be prepared to take advantage of your own time.
I think that's good to wrap up with.
Yeah.
Should we do an outro?
Okay, what should we say for the outro?
We can say like thank you so much for listening to our podcast, and we hope that this is helpful for you and future AVID students, or I hope this is helpful for future AVID students and incoming Baylors.
I like that
yeah.
because it's called the Baylor Collective. So.
So we can we'd be like, thank you so much for listening in on our podcast, and we hope that this is helpful for incoming AVID students and future Baylors. And then we can be like, go Baylors!
Oh yeah.
That's great name, yeah.
And then we can so after like I can say the incoming Baylor stuff. Incoming Baylors. This is Veneer Costa.
You want to
Alright, so then it is.
It's my phone name.
Go Baylors!
Go really. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Wait.
Are you
What
actually
did you
saying
say?
go
What did you
Baylors?
say? Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay.
But you guys gotta be loud, okay?
I thought you should slap like TBC.
Yeah, because the Baylor Collective, TBC, to be continued.
Oh.
Okay, ready guys? Get professional. Thank you so much for listening in on our podcast. We really hope that this is helpful for incoming AVID students and incoming Baylors. This is Veneer Acosta.
I'm Olivia Dam.
I'm Ivani Barajas.
I'm Marissa Benavides.
Go Baylors!
Go Baylors. Oh my god.
Guys, we did it.
Yes.
I'm proud of us. We did
Wait, let me
good.
see how many minutes.